chair. It was inspired by the high-end saddle made in Switzerland behind you. You can kind of see the shapes of it right there. And so we really love the profile, and we love the harness leather that they use. So we initially decided to do the chair, and then we decided to go ahead and see how well we could execute it using the elements that are used when you actually make a saddle. So this is the harness leather. We found out sort of the hard way. It took about 6 hours to put this arm on. To get it on without a seam, you have to wet the leather and steam it, and then it's almost like molding it to a form. So we got it here. We had the shape of the saddle that was inspired, and then to take it a little further, our design approach is we really love shapes found in the human form and in nature. Excuse me. So this would be a kind of an organic representation of the feel and essence we get of the muscle structure and architecture in a horse's leg. So just to carry the theme on, we have the American walnut as the wood we chose, and it's hand rubbed and oiled, so you can bang on it with your rings and hit it with your watch band, and light sanding, and put a little Danish oil and it returns to new. On the leather, for us, it's a really beautiful product, and we want to show a lot of respect the way we use it, and the leather will tell the story of the family or the person using the chair. So what we'll do is, on these particular ones, they're tanned from a place, Bassano del Grappo. It's north of Venice, Italy. It's third generation tanner. They got some great practices where it's done in a really neat way that's sustainable, obviously, with 3 or 4 family generations. And over there it's a little different. They'll have the tannery in the middle of the city, so it's really neat to be a part of that. And then we'll take that leather, we'll place it on there, and then we'll basically just hand stain it. And then what happens is, leather's got cell structure, a lot like a tree. So if you go to McDonald's and get a bunch of vertical straws in your hand, then if you pour water in it, you can imagine it gets to a point where the water flows over the straws. Well, with leather, what you kind of want to do is fill it with beautiful patina, with handwork, and then when those cell structures fill up, then basically we reach a point where we stop the tanning process. And that makes it really great with regards to how it shows the use and wear and age over time. So that's on this part of it. And then on the back, we chose the suede. So this is suede leather. We contrasted it with the leather on the front. On a chair like this, a lot of times I've said it so many times, I'm sick of hearing it, but what you do is, it's pretty easy to make a great sitting chair, because you have to make 5 or 6 terrible ones in front of it. And then once you kind of slowly snuck up on what may be the optimum pitch angle, padding, construction, and springs, there's just so many different elements that still have a lot of touch and feel. So we worked hard to get a negative imprint of the human spine, and by doing that, what we did was we looked at history. And Charles and Ray Eames in the 50s had one of the neatest chairs where they actually took it and shaped it like a human spine. And then we start with that, and then we put the springs and cotton over it, and it gives you that feel. So on the bottom, sort of what we did there was, sometimes across the room you can see the bottom, and then we went ahead and upholstered in suede, so it would show congruency with our approach to construction and quality. With regards to the seat,